guys, we are back with another at-home workout. Like I said last week, there are a lot of different ways to get a good workout at home if you don't have the equipment. I am lucky enough that I was able to get some equipment. I had to go buy some, I already had some, and then I was able to get some from David. But there are some people who either don't have the money to spend on it or they don't want to. And I, right now, am on a workout plan because I am competing. So I am gonna be following the leg day that I have scheduled for myself, but I will also do my best to include some non-weighted modifications for you guys if you're looking for ideas but don't have any weights to do it yourselves. So yes, today is leg day for me. It's the first at-home leg workout that I have to do. The one I had to do on Monday, which was my last day at the gym before it closed, was pretty brutal. I was like almost done with 2 exercises and I just wanted to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is stupid. Why are you putting yourself there? I'm like, this is the first workout of your workout plan. Oh my God. But it was a very intense leg day. Very, very intense, which I'm also happy I got out of the way on Monday. So I'm happy that those are my Mondays. When I have to do that workout at home, that'll be interesting. But that is for another week. I'm on leg day number 2 now. It is Wednesday for me right now. Let's get into the workout.
All right, so I like to start all of my workouts out with 5 minutes of some warm-up exercise, usually on the treadmill. After I've warmed myself up, I will then go and do a combination of static and dynamic stretching. I always start with the static stretching first, which is just when you are holding your muscle or when you are pulling your muscle in a certain direction to get that stretch in. I will do static stretching for both my upper and lower body, regardless of what the workout is for the day. Dynamic stretches are just where my joints and muscles are going through the full range of motion to really activate and warm those muscles up. And like I said, I will do the dynamic stretching specifically for whatever body part I am working. So today I am doing legs. My first exercise was walking lunges. I feel like for this one there isn't much explaining. You can easily do body weight lunges. As a simple modification if you do not have any weights. There are also jumping lunges. You can do curtsy lunges, side lunges, pulse lunges where you stay in that lunge and you're just pulsing up and down. So plenty of variations if you do not have weights where you can still do a body weight lunge. Next is the lying leg curl. I was able to pick up a dumbbell with my feet to represent that leg curl machine. This is obviously a modification of what I normally would have been doing in the gym, but for this I did do 4 rounds of 12 with a 45-second rest in between. My range of motion wasn't all there, unfortunately, just because of the weight of the dumbbell. I wasn't able to go all the way down. The dumbbell hit the floor before I was able to do the full extension, but I still felt a really nice pull in my hamstrings. For this one, a resistance band would also work. Positioning might be a little awkward, but you definitely would be able to do it. The other way, if you wanted to get as close to a leg curl as possible, probably trying to find a different object in your house, a gallon of water or a gallon of some other beverage if you aren't able to find water. But yeah, just finding a different object that you can get your feet around. That one might be awkward because holding stuff with your feet may be a little awkward, but it is still possible to do this without a weight. Next I have the dumbbell deadlifts. I did 4 rounds of 15 with these with a 45-second rest. If you don't have any weights, again, if you could use your resistance band. If you don't have that resistance band, something that I just thought of, you can grab your gym bag, fill it with a bunch of clothes or just other objects you may have in your house, get some weight in there, and then just deadlift the gym bag. Unless you have other things like before, the water jugs, a case of water, something that may be a little heavier. You'd still be able to do this movement without having to try some other variation. And then we moved on to hip thrust. I actually had a lot of issues trying to figure out how I was going to make this work. I did have to do 1 round of 40, 1 round of 30, 1 round of 20, 1 round of 15, and 1 round of 10, and this was supposed to be with a lighter weight. And I tried a few different options because for me, I usually lift about 225 pounds for 8 rounds. And so light for me, I thought 60 pounds would work really well, but with the amount of reps, it really burned. It just ended up burning too much where I could barely get 1 up before I'd have to rest again. So I was struggling a lot with this exercise, just trying to find what worked best for me. And I really tried to get it to work so I didn't have to keep lowering it, but this was the Wednesday right after I had my Monday workout at the gym before it closed down, and that one was just, I was able to use the full weights, didn't have to do any modifications, and my legs were really sore. So I think that's where a lot of the pain came from for this, but I tried to get the lactic acid out. I tried to rest a bit, but it was like there's no way I could keep going at this rate. So I did end up lowering to just the 30 pound, and I was able to finish the exercise with a really good burn in my glutes and quads. Now with the hip thrust, do a little circuit, do regular hip thrust, and then we would hold in like that glute bridge and then sway our hips back and forth, and then still keeping those glutes up, we would do like little stomps. So doing different variations like that. You'll also see ones where like the froggers, your feet are together and you then hip thrust from there. You can do single leg, whether it's incline or on the floor. A lot of different glute variations that are available if you do not have a weight. Here we have the biggest modification out of my entire workout. This was supposed to be reverse V squats. So I talked with my coach and she said the best modification for me to do would be good mornings. And I just grabbed my heaviest resistance band, and for these I did do 3 rounds of 15 with a 45-second rest. I'd probably say filling that gym bag or filling a bag and then placing it on your back like you would a barbell. That would be a really good variation to do this if you don't already have resistance bands. And we did throw in some ab work there. I'm doing hyper crunches, or at least what I think hyper crunches were. My coach, when she wrote out the plan, this is how she described it, or at least this is my interpretation of how she described it. But I did 4 rounds of 20 with a 1-minute rest, and yeah, I felt it. So I don't care if this is right or not. I felt it in my abs. I'm supposed to do abs. I'm gonna do it.
If you guys like that workout, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. See you next week. Bye.